What we're seeing at this conference today is that the demographic challenges that many countries are facing are actually the world over. And this is a huge issue for countries, particularly also here in Asia Pacific. If you look at the next 25 years, the amount of people who will be age 60 will have doubled. Now that's a huge opportunity for us to harness the silver economy. That's where we continue to invest and include people over the age of 60 as part of the GDP for a country. And that's a huge opportunity that UNFPA is working on with governments across this region to try and ensure that we have policies that are both equitable and that are rights-based. Insights from this conference are coming out in terms of the amount of data-driven insights that we have that show the linkages between aging population and low fertility, for example. We're also looking at the economic trends and how they're affecting the resource income distribution that we have in countries. And then I think also the final piece that's coming out from this conference is the need for all stakeholders to really be working on this together. It's not just the responsibility of government. We need to work with also our academics, but also those at the community level so that we can get the right kind of data, but also sustain the kind of investments that are going to ensure that we have an age-inclusive, gender-inclusive society that everybody can continue to benefit from economically. NTAs play a very important role in terms of how we can design better policies that are going to, irrespective of age, irrespective of gender, are going to include you. As a government, this is really important that you get a very holistic and comprehensive policy in place. But there's also lots of opportunities that we're looking at, and that's where NTA comes in, because if you look at the silver economy, this is something that we hear a lot about, but we don't see it being properly invested in so that we get more intergenerational solidarity. But also look at things like the care economy. Women bear a disproportionate role when it comes to the informal care economy. We want to try and calculate that. We want to look at how can we ensure that those women's lives aren't disrupted because of the responsibilities they may have at home, but also how do they get compensated for that, because they are in fact helping society with the intergenerational solidarity piece that is required to ensure that all of us continue to live very healthy, productive lives. At UNFPA, we want to continue pushing for that life cycle approach. It's really important that we continue to invest from young age right through to old age so that everybody gets a better chance at equitable economic and social progress. Across the world, there are lots of gender disparities that hold back women and girls. That's without discrimination. We see it in every country, actually, across the globe. What NTAs do is that they firstly use data to show where those inequities are, but they also help us with the insights to show that we can apply these comprehensive policies. We can create a more gender equitable society that is rooted on healthy but also rights-based investments. When we have better gender data, then we get better gender budgeting. And when you have better gender budgeting, that means that everybody is able to benefit from the investments that a government and the private sector are bringing to bear in any society. The bottom line is that women and girls get to benefit from that. And we know that when women and girls are able to thrive, then they bring along all of society, all of their communities, all of government will thrive better whenever that woman or girl get the full economic, equitable investments that they need and that they deserve. That's where NTA comes in. That's the game changer about NTAs, because now we're doing things in a much more holistic, comprehensive, but we're also looking at the data and the numbers, because these are investments that will sustain and help governments and economies to grow for decades. That's what we're looking at this NTA conference.